Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the DeFi Crypto Sensei coming back to you once again live, ladies and gentlemen. And we are here to give you another boombastic video of things you should know. And we are here to do crypto kung fu with you all day long, ladies and gentlemen. So I am here to ever remind you to empty your cup so that it may be filled, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, that the debt cup keeps slipping into the future, ladies and gentlemen. So as these numbers climb on the national debt, the purchasing power of your dollar gets weaker. And the purchasing power of your dollar is anywhere between 1 and 2 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Now I know physically we think that a dollar is 100 pennies, but it only has the purchasing power of 1 or 2 cents. Soon to be 0, soon to be -1, -2, -3, and so on and so forth. This is why we are moving our wealth outside of the fiat system. Later on in other videos, as you continue to listen, I will give you the history of the fractional reserve monetary system, which is what fiat actually belongs to. So we will talk more about that. But right now, let's get this crypto, ladies and gentlemen. So before we go above and beyond, let's just get some tools going here, because you're going to need some tools like any good financial carpenter. First, you're going to need Kinesis money, because in your financial portfolio, having some tokenized gold and tokenized silver, which is redeemable, is not a bad idea, ladies and gentlemen. And this is crypto. This is you learning how to become your own bank. So you can do it any way you want, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need anybody's permission. And that's exactly why we're here, so that the power of choice can be returned back to your life. And ultimately, you will not have to sell your time for money. Also, we have a couple of great DEXs here, centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. We have MEXC. And if you use my link down in the description below, you will not have to KYC. So it's a great place to get some XRP. Hey, that rhymes. But we also have Uphold. And Uphold is a great place for not only for you to get the greatest and most popular coins in the crypto diaspora right now, if you will, but it's also a place where you can take your fiat, move it into crypto, into stable coins or what have you, and you can actually leave. We are not big advocates, because as we say, not your keys, not your crypto. But with Uphold, it's a little different, because Uphold pretty much serves as a digital bank, ladies and gentlemen. They have strategies where you can do staking. They have vaults where you can custody things like your XRP and your Bitcoin, the things that you really care about and you want to hold long term, you know. And they also have stable coins. They have Visa, MasterCard right now. I just got the Elite card, and I just got my physical card in the mail. So when I go to the ATM and if I were to take fiat out of the ATM, utilizing my stable coins, mind you, I will not get charged any ATM fees. So please, please, please use my referral links down in the description below, because it gives you some perks, gives me some perks, and also it gives you safe passage through the crypto space. Because if you go and try and find these things for yourself, then there's a good chance that you could get fish hacked or scammed, because there's a lot of fake sites out there, ladies and gentlemen. So just go ahead and get safe passage through the crypto space, so that you know when you click on these links, you know you're going to the official site, and you are on Kung Tech Fu's team as we get this crypto together, ladies and gentlemen. So what we are here to talk about, and also before we get underway, also I wanted to mention Caleb and Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb and Brown are crypto brokers that work 24/7 for you. You can set limit orders. You can custody your crypto with them. You can have them place orders for you. And they also give you, like Kinesis money, your own financial consultant, if you will, to help you meet your goals, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, we are here to talk about tokenized stocks, ladies and gentlemen. Tokenized stocks, we've already seen that Robinhood was bringing that on board. We've already heard for quite some time that Wall Street was coming on chain, ladies and gentlemen. And that day is today. We've seen tokenized stocks. We've seen things like X stocks, ladies and gentlemen. And X stocks is on Solana. So if you go down here to tokenized stocks and ETFs, and you go down here, and I've done a video on this already. You guys should already be aware of this. So you take U.S. stocks. You can invest into Netflix, Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, all of your favorites. And basically, what you simply do is you get the contract address from the site here. And once you get the contract address, matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and show you. If we were to look this little hamburger menu in the corner, and we go to products right here, as you scroll down, you see this Solana address, and you got an Ethereum address. So whether you want to go Solana or Ethereum, it's up to you, of course. You get that contract address, you come out, you go to your favorite Solana wallet, whether it's Backpack, whether it's Jupiter, or this one here, which is Phantom, which is probably the most famous one. I use this one, and I like to use Jupiter. Backpack is a great wallet as well. But you will go here, and you will simply go on a swap, and then you will go here, and you will click on the bottom, and you will place that contract address right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just pick one, anyone, doesn't matter. Let's say Google, and we click the Solana address. And we go over here, and let's just go back in here, and we paste that contract address there, and we click on Google, and then we could just go ahead and swap out 25%, 50%, or whatever, and go ahead and get that stock, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is an unsupported pair right here, so we will probably have to use a stable coin or something. But you guys get the general idea, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what we've been doing here. And you can also go on things like Radium, which is a decentralized exchange where you can actually pair these stocks into liquidity pairs that are already there. And if you looked at my past videos, I actually showed you where I took some Nvidia and some USDC, and I actually staked a pair, and I was earning fees from the platform, ladies and gentlemen. So I said all of that to say this, ladies and gentlemen. If we go to X, the app formerly known as Twitter, and if we look at Aerodrome here, it says T-Coin takes to the skies. Now, T-Coin and USDC, which is a pool on Aerodrome, is now eligible to receive Aero emissions, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's just quickly talk about Aerodrome and why Aerodrome is so important. Because now Coinbase has designated Aerodrome to be their DEX. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is when the 100 million customers that Coinbase has, when they buy crypto from Coinbase, Coinbase takes that purchase and it routes it into Aerodrome, ladies and gentlemen. And now also JP Morgan has also partnered along with Coinbase. So now not only do you have 100 million customers coming from Coinbase, but you also have the clients that are utilizing Coinbase. So you've got two powerhouses and a lot of liquidity coming into Aerodrome. So the bottom line is, if you can add 2 plus 2 and come up with 4, you can see that if you simply place liquidity on Aerodrome, all of those clients are now coming to you. So you don't have to chase the money. You just position yourself and all of that liquidity will come to you, ladies and gentlemen. So now we have T-Coin and USDC, which is now, as it says, taken to the skies, ladies and gentlemen. If you scroll down on Aerodrome a little bit, and you should also be in crypto Twitter if you want to know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. But you can see right here, the capital markets are coming to DeFi with the head of NASDAQ and Stocks.io, ladies and gentlemen. So you can go and you can come in here, go to crypto Twitter, and just come on over here to Aerodrome. And you can actually, it's at Aerodrome 5. And you can go in here and you can view this session where these guys are talking about capital markets coming to DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. So that's pretty much it for that. But if we go here to @stocks_IO, it tells you here that the closed beta is now live, ladies and gentlemen. There was a closed beta, but they are now live, which means any and everybody can pour on in and do tokenized stocks on the base chain and provide liquidity on Aerodrome, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. So stay tuned for early access, codes, get rewards, be an early adopter, ladies and gentlemen. And if we scroll down here, it tells you, you got boost rewards alive, and they've launched a closed beta stocks on-chain exchange for tokenized U.S. equities, ladies and gentlemen. Boost rewards are alive. And of course, you see down there, you got Nvidia, you got Tesla, you got iShares, you got Coinbase. And basically, this allows you to place these tokenized stocks in your wallet where you can stack and buy more and more and more shares. And as the stock rises and falls, you could take profit what you want. You can sell anytime you want, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No more 9 to 5. No more waiting for Wall Street or the NASDAQ to open. Okay, no more of that stuff. Okay, now you can buy, sell, trade, and swap tokenized equities 24/7 around the clock, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going on here. So this is great. Like I said, we've seen it on Solana, and now companies like Robinhood are starting to do it, and a bunch of other companies. And now we can do it ourselves also, ladies and gentlemen, whether it's on Solana or whether it's on the base chain. So let's just go and take a look. So if we click on stocks.io, we'll see where it takes us. And it takes you here. And once it takes you here, it's asking you to connect your wallet. And it says tokenized equities, DeFi ready. Rewards boost active, current APY 48%, transferable, redeemable, global, collateralized. Yeah, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So this is kind of like your swapper here when you connect your wallet, and then you go down decentralized, liquid, and collateralized, ladies and gentlemen. So here you have it, and you got these stocks here, and you've got T-Coin, which is, for Coinbase. You got TIAU, which is iShares Gold Trust. You've got Nvidia, you've got Tesla. Down at the bottom it says more equities coming soon. But for right now, this is what you have, ladies and gentlemen. And you pretty much have about the same thing over on Solana. So you are basically free to do what you want, however you want, ladies and gentlemen. So let's copy that link and let's just go over here, and you can use the Rabby wallet. I will probably start off using the Rabby wallet, but I would like to, utilize my base wallet, ladies and gentlemen. And if we go over here to the base wallet, I don't know if they're going to show you this, guys, but let me just go to my Rabby wallet here because it's probably easier to see. And as you guys know, what I basically did is I started off my my first wallet as MetaMask, but what I did is I took my favorite MetaMask wallet, and what I did is I imported that into Rabby right here. So we can go here and we could just paste that right on in there, ladies and gentlemen, in the browser section. So now we are in the browser inside of our wallets, ladies and gentlemen, because I personally find that it works better when you're in the browser because it somehow makes the connection, I don't know, better. When you do it, on the browser inside the phone or whatever, it makes it kind of weird. So we just go here and we just click on Rabby right there, and then we just go ahead and connect. And we're going to ignore that. Now it wants me to use an access code, so I'm going to have to get an access code from somewhere and utilize that. And I'll take care of that, off video. But you guys get the notion here. So what you can do is you can go in here, get your own access code. I'll make another video showing how you can get an access code, and I'll actually provide you with an access code. But I just wanted to introduce you to what's going on here. And once you get your NVIDIA stock, once you get any of these stocks that are available down here, you can supply with USDC up top, as you see. And once you supply with USDC, and of course the base chain is the only one that is available right now, which of course, if you don't know what base chain is, you should. But base chain is basically Coinbase's blockchain, which is a layer 2 of Ethereum that also uses Ethereum as its gas token, ladies and gentlemen. So once you get this stock that you want to get, then you will simply go back and go to, let me come down, and you will go to Aerodrome. Now, previously, several weeks ago, we saw that Aerodrome had a little bit of a problem with a slight hack, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know if the regular Aerodrome website is being utilized right now. But if you look at the bottom of the screen where it says aero.drome.eth.limo, Limo, I'll also put that link in the description of the video, because that is a mirror that came directly and officially from Aerodrome, because this is the mirror site that was unaffected by the hack, ladies and gentlemen. So until I know better, it is better that when you go into Aerodrome, you use this one here. So you come in here, and once you go to Aerodrome, you go to the menu, and then you can go to liquidity, and you can find the liquidity concerning your tokenized stock and start earning emissions on Aerodrome and start earning Aero, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. That is a brief introduction into how this thing works. Later on, once I get that access code and I get some tokenized stocks on base chain, and as a matter of fact, you don't even have to get it from there. You can actually come here inside of Aerodrome, come to the swapper, and I'm pretty sure that if we were to go here, yeah, there it is right there. You can actually swap right inside of Aerodrome, and you can supply ETH or USDC or what have you right inside Aerodrome. You don't even have to get it from there. You can get it right inside Aerodrome as well, So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the DeFi Crypto Sensei, ever reminding you or showing you how to get these gains, ladies and gentlemen, how to be the bank. You don't need to be a gambler. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with trading, but why gamble in the casino when you can own the casino? I am primarily showing people how to be investors, ladies and gentlemen. So you don't have to buy low and sell high. You can buy your assets and you never have to sell, because you're earning yield on your assets. Or as I used to say previously, I haven't said it for quite some time, you don't sell your cows so that you can buy some more milk. It doesn't make sense, ladies and gentlemen. There is no need for you to sell your assets. There's no need for you to sell your Bitcoin. There's no need for you to sell your XRP, because now you can earn yield on those too, whereas formerly you could not. So the space is expanding, ladies and gentlemen. Get your assets, hold your assets, earn yield on your assets, and never sell, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way to generational wealth. So with that, I am going to leave you in the immortal words of the Pendecker himself, ever reminding you, ladies and gentlemen, to get this crypto.